Welcome to the next installment of the Madison Wine Exchange. And this week we're extremely fortunate because here we have Gustavo from Finca Sophenia down in Argentina, who's been nice enough to grace us with his presence and his wonderful wines. So, Gustavo, thank you very much for coming. Really appreciate it. So what do we have here?
We have 4 wines of the Sophenia range. We have 2 lanes. We have the Alto Sur range and the Sophenia Reserve range. Let me start first explaining what is Sophenia.
Please.
Sophenia is a family-owned business, one of the rising stars in the wine industry in Argentina right now. Sophenia has 2 founders, Roberto Luca and Gustavo Benvenuto. Each of them has a daughter. One of the daughters' name is Sofia, and the other's daughter name is Eugenia. So Sophenia, it's the blend between the two.
Little combination, I like that.
Yes. Sophenia is located in probably the most prestigious wine valley in Argentina right now, the Tupungato area. Our vineyards are located at 1,200 meters above sea level. That's
a nice altitude to be at.
About 4,000 feet above sea level. So we have perfect conditions there to grow our grapes, our vines. At least 300 sunny days a year. The average varies from 310 to 320 sunny days. No rain, almost no rain. About 200 milliliters of rainfall, so that's nothing. But all the water we need. And
just the right amount for the grapes.
We get the water in what we believe is the best possible way we can get the water, in the form of snow.
Oh, okay.
When you receive the water in the form of rain, there is nothing you can do. You receive what the sky decides to deliver. When you receive the water in the form of snow, well, in a way you can control that, because when that snow melts during the summer, and during the spring and the summer, when it's the time you need the water to grow the vines, we control that water. Through our canals, irrigation system, dams, we decide how much water we deliver to the vineyards, allowing us to play a lot, stress the vine.
Really make them dig and survive.
Exactly.
Now, unfortunately, we have to go to a dinner shortly, so we can't drink all the wines as much as I'd love to. We'll be talking about more of those if we get to them. But 2 in particular I think that we would love to talk about, that our customers absolutely love here.
We're going to try Sophenia Reserve Chardonnay and Sophenia Reserve Malbec.
Okay, if we can quickly just discuss also the difference between the Sophenia Reserve line and the Alto Sur line, so people can understand when they're seeing these all the time.
Okay.
And while we're doing that, I'm going to pour out the Chardonnay.
The Alto Sur range, it's a more fruit-driven style. We are not looking for. It's not as complex probably as the Sophenia Reserve range. It's more on a daily basis style of wine, fresh, fruity style. We like to show the typicity of each varietal in the range. Whereas in the Sophenia range, it has our name on the label. We like to show more of the complexity of the style, more of the terroir of the Tupungato Valley. Even though they're all coming from Tupungato, it is in the Sophenia Reserve range where we're putting more emphasis on that.
Well, let's take a look at the complexity on this guy right here. This is the Sophenia Chardonnay Reserve, and the vintage on this guy, I believe, is the 2008, correct?
That would be correct.
Now, this nose is extremely bright. And does this go through any malolactic fermentation, or?
Yes, it does. What we like to show in this Chardonnay in particular is that blend between fruit and good acidity with a touch of oak. If the wine spends a little bit of time in the oak, but the idea is not to have an over oaky style of wine.
So this isn't our cougar juice. This isn't for those big oaky butter bombs.
No. The
right
idea
in the center.
is,
I like
is
that.
to find that perfect balance between the fruit, the oak, and the acidity. I think this is a great expression of a Chardonnay from the Tupungato Valley.
I'm sorry to spit. I have to drive, but that is an absolutely. This is just an absolutely wonderful wine. The acidity really kind of brightens up and really makes the mouth water here. And this is a nice shock because for Argentinian Chard that's drinking to this level, to this capacity, at this price point, I mean, coming in at a mere $16 or so on the shelf, is a great little thing to see. So this is, And the Alto Sur line, a little brighter, a little fruitier,
Yeah, that would be
not as much of the oak
Yeah.
presence?
Yes.
Okay. So why don't we take a look at the Malbec Reserve, which Malbec seems to be the rising star now of Argentina.
Absolutely. It is
Thank you, sir.
Malbec. It's what is helping Argentina to build the image, the reputation, and this is one great example of a Malbec from Argentina. Again, the idea here is to show the terroir of Tupungato. For us, it's very important to communicate not just a Malbec from Argentina, not just a Malbec from Mendoza, but how a Malbec from this particular valley tastes like. We think that the personality we can show, it's the most important thing we have. It's still in the evolution, the knowledge of Malbec. But I think as people starts to get more and more knowledgeable about Malbec, would start to understand the difference between the different areas. And as I was saying, the Uco Valley, the Tupungato Valley, it is the most prestigious wine valley, wine region in Argentina right now because of these weather conditions I was telling you about.
And the soil is just perfect for growing this wonderful grape here.
And then we have the altitude factor. As I was saying, we are growing our vineyards at about 4,000 meters above, 4,000 feet, above sea level. So we have warm days and very cold nights. The swing, the gap difference between night and day, it can be extreme, allowing us to have great color, great structure on the wines, letting us ripe the grape as much as we want without the sugar level or the alcohol going too high, allowing us to keep very good acidity as well.
And what's great is the color on this wine is perfect, and the nose is very vibrant.
I think one of the greatest characteristics of Malbec, even though this is a big wine,
I decided to swallow that one.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
I go for that.
Yeah, that built up a little bit more. It was ready for me, but it's very smooth on the finish, which is nice because for some reason a lot of the Malbecs we're seeing nowadays that are coming out tend to be more oak-driven, bigger, chewier. They're going for those bigger scores, and everyone's looking for huge press, but everyone's forgetting wine is meant to be drunk at home and enjoyed with family, food, friends, all those things. And this is one of those great wines. It's coming to the same price point in the Chardonnay, which is just wonderful.
Would agree with you that this is not the style, those overwhelming style of Malbec. This is a very, very drinkable style of Malbec, good acidity, intense, soft in the mouth, very rounded. Great wines to match with any type of meat. A very Argentinian style of.
Well, I think what we should do is pack our stuff up here, head on over to the restaurant, have some food, and see what else we have going on the Finca Sophenia line.
Sounds
so, Gustavo, thank you very much.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Let's go to the restaurant and have some dinner. We'll see you folks soon.